Kia ora koutou. I'm Jen Tyson from Narwick, and this is the first in one of our series that we hope to continue on inspiring more wahine in the construction industry. And today I've got my first victim or volunteer, Sarah Cleworth, all the way from Christchurch. And Sarah's volunteered to share her story because she's feeling pumped and inspired about parts of her journey, and she's got some exciting things to share, but also some honest, authentic insights and thoughts about the future of wahine in construction and what that might look like and what she hopes it looks like. So let's hear from Sarah. So Sarah, would you like to introduce yourself and tell us what is your role?
Hey guys, I'm Sarah Cleworth, obviously from Christchurch, as said before. I am a council approved drainlayer, one exam away from being a qualified drainlayer, which is the drainage inside the boundary. I work for a small company called Apes Contracting. They're a small company that contracts to bigger companies, such as Fulton Hogan.
Awesome. Awesome. So we want to know a little bit more about what got you into the construction industry. You know, what got you into what you're doing now?
I'm the youngest of 9 children. I've got 6 brothers. So I've always had like the trade background in my family. When I first left school, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I had no idea, but all I knew is the thought of working in an office job horrified me. Like I couldn't think of anything worse, as I'm such an outdoorsy sort of person, physical person. My brother was at the time looking for a labourer sort of thing in his painting business. So I joined up with him. After about 1.5 years, he ran out of work to keep me on, and I joined a recruitment agency. Still had no idea what I wanted to do, but I liked the physicalness in painting also. I then became a traffic controller, worked for Downers. Working with them for about a month, they then asked me to join their maintenance crew, so more hands-on with the tools and driving diggers and trucks and learning to do all that sort of stuff. Within a couple of months working with them, they put me in a foreman role at a young age. It was quite cool.
Wow.
I became the health and safety officer as well, the health and safety rep. So I worked there for a couple of years, and then other companies started off, there's other job offers, and obviously took up on them as I wanted to explore a little bit more on what else was out there. I did a bit of asphalting, chip sealing, digger operating, and then decided I wanted to move to Christchurch from Wellington, and moved down here, went temping again just to get my foot in the door with construction. Working on the roads for them for a little bit, I got poached by a drainage company. Worked with them, I loved it. I thought I like the whole getting in the truck, getting in the digger when needed, the physical side to it, the brain work that comes with it. Like if the grades didn't match up or anything, you obviously had to get your calculator out. My supervisor obviously thought I had what it took to be an apprentice. So he advised me to do an apprenticeship. And from there, I just worked hard, did a lot of labouring sort of duties until I got onto the tools. And I'm finally, right now, after 3 years, at where I want to be, which I feel like it's all paid off, all the bookwork and stuff like that.
That's awesome. And you've got some goals for the future. You've written down that you really would love to be, you know, in your own business in the industry one day.
Yes, I'd love to be. The money's great, and obviously the flexibility of owning your own business.
Yeah, yeah, that's
I know
good.
it'd be like the stress as well. Like, you know, I feel like it'd be quite healthy in a way.
Yeah, awesome. And so what do you love about what you do?
I love the variety, the physicalness to it. I feel like I can go eat a McDonald's combo and know I'm going to work it off that day. I love being able to operate the machines, as well as connecting up the pipes. And the one thing I love the most is going to a job that is absolutely ruined and being able to fix it for the client.
Wow.
Because obviously having a blocked drain or a broken drain is very annoying.
Yeah, that's
I love
really
also
good.
like that, like I said earlier, the brain work that comes with it. It's not just kind of going to work and laying a road and then that's it. If you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of other things behind the scenes that go with being a drain layer.
Yeah.
It's of codes and standards and stuff like that.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And so what would you like to see for the future of women in construction, for those who are maybe considering it, or they're in the middle of it, or needing a bit of, a boost of inspiration or anything like that? What words have you got there?
I'd say I feel like in my experience in becoming a drain layer, for the first, I had to change a few companies, trying to find the right company to work for, which I finally found now. I feel like a lot of the time I knew in myself I'd done the book work and I had done the physical work and had learnt on the job how to do a lot of things when it came to drainage or connections and problem solving and stuff like that. But I feel like a lot of my ideas got doubted in the process.
Yeah.
And a lot of males didn't think I was capable of doing a few things. Where I'd be like, I want to connect this manhole, this connection to the manhole, and then no, you just go down there and mix some concrete, or you go haunch the pipe. But realistically, I'm probably more qualified than that person is. If you know what I mean. I feel like that kind of came down to a bit of my gender.
Yeah.
Although I have, as I said, I'm working for Apes Contracting. We're currently contracting to Fulton Hogan, and I have never ever experienced that before.
Yeah.
Like they've inspired, like helped assist me to become council approved, the first woman in history for Christchurch.
Yeah.
They obviously, there's a few things I needed to learn as I hadn't learned on other sites, and the workers at Fulton Hogan had no doubts. They couldn't wait to help me. I guess just my learning to, figure out those little points that I was missing.
Yeah.
I never once felt judged for my sexuality, or my being a female.
Yeah.
Working with Fulton Hogan.
Yeah.
And like I feel like the boys have bromance banter with me, and I feel like I just fit in, like no one tiptoes around me or anything, it's just I'm one of the bros, which I love, and that's how I feel like I wanted to be treated.
Yeah.
Another thing would definitely be the toilet situation. Like I hope there to be, like, obviously sanitary bins and stuff added into the portaloo on site.
Yeah.
Because it is a bit of a pain having to go down to a petrol station.
Yeah.
Just little things like that, I guess.
How did you, can I just ask very briefly, if you've got a minute or thought about it, you talked about feeling like you were doubted. How did you overcome that? As in, how did you, was it about finding the right fit in the right company? Or
yes,
yeah.
I feel like I, for an example, was a kind of a foreman's apprentice labourer at my past company, and since I've joined Apes Contracting, he's just had he just fully trusts me in what I'm doing. Awesome. He's starting up a drainage division on me. He's going to give me a little labour, and he's going to send me out doing my own little jobs. Yeah. He's obviously put me in with Fulton Hogan to also be like a leading hand sort of role for the foreman to help out with problem solving, and I feel like I finally gained that responsibility I was looking for, because there's nothing worse than having this knowledge and knowing what you're doing, but you're stuck haunching pipes and mixing concrete and things like that.
Yeah, I think the thing I'm taking away from this for anybody listening is it's very much about finding the right cultural fit, but also if this is about what we'd like to see change in construction for women, is to have more of those cultures available so that they have those elements in them across more companies across the board. And I hear what you're saying about the toilets. That is a common thing that our females feed back to us, is that, we do have different toiletry needs, and quite often sites are geared for male toiletry needs, sometimes not even that. So I think that would be great to see that change. So just before we finish up on the recording bit, is what So just tell me again, like, what's the thing you're going to be celebrating and how close are you to that?
So currently as of 2 weeks ago, I became the first woman council approved in Christchurch. So what that means is there's like a boundary line with houses and obviously the council.
Yep.
So the council have full trust in me being able to do any work, drainage work on their side of the boundary kind of thing. And I've been working for 3 years towards being qualified in Drainlaying, which is all the housing, drainage, everything on the other side. So I'm very shortly going to have both, and it's going to be very good and flexible for my box.
Hey, that's so awesome. I'm so excited for you. And obviously we'd love to hear through our social channels when that comes through and celebrate with you, because that's what also NAWAC is about. So for those listening, Sarah has recently become a member of the Canterbury chapter of NAWAC, and she's excited to be part of raising the voice of wahine in construction. So thank you, Sarah, for saying yes and being brave and coming on camera and doing this way for us. And yeah, so I'll just stop recording.